Right. I think we'll get going, everybody. It's nearly 1:45. So welcome to CrunchFit. For those of you who saw the email earlier on, for those who were on the live session, it's a very different session tonight. So not even a circuit session really. We've got 16 different exercises to do, right? But they're all in the isometric category. So either very static or barely moving kind of exercises. So all of them going to be hitting the core without a shadow of a doubt, going to be hitting other body parts as well. So it's all going to be about control rather than getting hot and sweaty. The irony is it's cooler outside today, so I could have done with it last week really. But nonetheless, we're going to do, I'll demonstrate each exercise. We're only going to do each exercise once, but we're going to do them for a fairly long time. So either 60 seconds or 45 seconds. Okay, so you're going to be holding those positions for quite a long time. So that's going to be quite an interesting challenge. So, and again, something different hopefully to the circuit sessions that we've been doing. So although not aerobically challenging, from a muscular point of view, they will be very challenging. So I think in a couple of days' time, you can still expect to get some muscle soreness in certain areas. And again, listen to those because they'll be telling you the areas that are probably the areas to keep working on. So, because we're not doing a high intensity session today, we don't need to do a huge amount of warming up either. We'll just focus on getting some muscles a bit looser rather than a lot of jogging on the spot and that kind of stuff. So we'll start with just getting some arm movements going. Just get those shoulders loosened off. Plenty of plank movements today. So you need to get the old shoulders nice and loose, nice and reach up to the sides, high above your head. Get a bit of a body sway going as well. Okay, give yourself some hugs, nice pec stretches. Went back to the gym yesterday for the first time, pecs were a bit sore. And for all these exercises, remember, just keep that core pulled in nice and tight. Really engage the core all the time. Okay, arms out to the side, nice circles. Nice and upright, ribs nice and high. Stand as tall as you can. And the other direction. Okay, let's do some punches then. Straight out in front of you. Again, bit of body sway, bit of body twist. Get those sides working. Followed by some trunk twists. Yes, wouldn't be the same without good old trunk twists. A bit of crunching going on today. Okay, so feet about shoulder width apart. Just going to do some nice slow and low squats. When you do about 4 or 5 of those, and when you get to the 5th one, I want you just to hold at the bottom of the squat, just for a few seconds. 4 and 5, just hold. Sit back on those heels. And up. Good, give the legs a bit of a shake out. Just get those heels kicking up into the glutes. Just get our hamstrings engaged a little bit. Again, it's not high intensity stuff today, so we don't need to get them really warmed up. Okay, so facing forward, just going to raise one knee, big circle with that knee. Get the hip flexors and groin area really nicely loosened off, big circles with that knee, 3 in one direction, 3 in the other. Again, whatever you're doing, keeping that core pulled in, nicely engaged. Okay, other leg. Lots of things about today will challenge balance as well as strength. That's a good thing. Other direction. Okay, let's just do a few lunges, 3 or 4 on each leg. Get nice and slow. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, good stuff. And feet slightly wider and shoulder width apart. I'm just going to do a side lunge. Again, keep looking forward, keep looking high. And the other side. Not too low in the lunge, just enough to get the quads working, glutes working. Okay, good stuff. Right, so, like I say, we've got 16 exercises to do. In total, it's only about 20 minutes worth of effort. But like I say, if done properly and executed well, and I'll try and give you some alternatives and varieties as we go through, then actually you should feel it in a couple of days' time just as much as you would for a high intensity session. So, first one we're going to do is good old plank, okay? Everyone knows plank. Now, don't fall off your chairs or whatever it is you're sitting on, or when I say we're going to do it for 2 minutes, okay? I'll give you can do it in 30-second blocks if you want to. I'll give you 30-second counts as we go through the 2 minutes. Now, listen out for things. We're going to do some toe taps and stuff like that. I'll demonstrate what that means as we go through. So it doesn't matter if you do it on your knees or on your toes. Now you can do a knee tap. It's entirely the same thing, just not on your toes. But we're going to do plank for 2 minutes. Now, those of you who are experienced, that'll be no problem probably. I know we've got a few people who probably won't be able to do the whole 2 minutes. Now, don't get into a massive shakes and lose form. If you need to drop to the floor for a few seconds, just do so, 5 seconds maximum, then straight back up again, okay? So, 2 minutes of plank, and I'll let you know when we're going to do the toe taps. We'll do a good 30 seconds before we do the toe taps, and all that means is you're going to do toe taps out to the side, so one foot comes out to the side, back to the centre, and then the other foot does the same. So, plank then, are we ready? And let's go. So, assume that nice, strong body position first. Elbows under the shoulders as ever. And the key with all the exercises is to pull that belly button as close to the spine as you possibly can. That's the best way to feel like you're engaging that core. Almost feels like your abs are disappearing under your ribs in some respects. That's 30 seconds done already. Okay, 5 seconds, we're going to start some toe taps. So, and go. So, just tapping out to the side. Don't let the hips drop or the pelvis drop. Keep it all nice and static, other than the leg coming out to the side. That's 1 minute. Keep those toe taps going. Good control. Five more seconds of toe taps. Okay, 30 seconds to go. Solid plank then. Try and control those shakes and wobbles as much as you can. 15 seconds, that's all there is. Time goes fast, doesn't it? Okay, and relax, well done. Good. Now if you've managed to do all 2 minutes, well done. If you've done more than you normally would, because we normally only do about a minute or so as part of the warm-up, so if you managed to do more than that, absolutely fantastic, really well done. So the next one is going to be a half Superman. I'll demonstrate what I mean. So you're going to be in a press-up position to start with. Give yourself quite a wide base with your feet, otherwise you might topple over. So again, keep that core nicely engaged, and you're going to be in a half Superman position. Foot and hand extended out as far as you can, and just try and hold that position 30 seconds on either side, okay? As you get more tired, you'll probably find that you start to rock and roll a bit. Challenge is to hold it as still as you possibly can. Are we ready? Half Superman, and go. Think not to let your hip drop with the leg that's raised. And try and control those shakes and wobbles as much as you possibly can. 3 more seconds till we change sides. Change. Good stuff. Hold on to it. Keep that core engaged, remember. Try and make yourself long and narrow like a swimmer going through the water. 10 more seconds. 5. And relax. Well done. Good stuff. 60 seconds done. Okay, have a drink. Next one's going to be for legs, basically. Combination of quads, bit of glutes, definitely calves. So, this is where you're going to need to find yourself a bit of wall space, if you can find it. Make sure you haven't got anything sticking out the wall. And all we're going to do is a ski sit. So you're going to get into that 90-degree angle with your knees, but then once you get into a comfortable ski sit, you're going to be doing some calf raises. Just hold it about 2 or 3 seconds in the calf raise, and then keep repeating that. 60 seconds of that. Are we ready? So find yourself a nice comfy bit of wall, and off we go. I'll let you know when you do the calf raise. Try not to put your hands on your knees if you can avoid it. Put all the pressure on your legs. Again, upper back right against the wall. Again, just check, make sure you've got that nice 90 degrees at the knees. Okay, let's do a calf raise. Hold on to it, hold on to it, hold on to it. And down. And again, hold on to it. And down, good. And again, try not to sink down the wall as you do the calf raise, really work those quads. And down. And another one. Come on, we're nearly there, 10 seconds to go. Down. And relax. Well done. Good. So starting to feel those quads by the end of that one. Okay, now next one's slightly odd, if I can call it that. It's going to work in the leg biceps because we've obviously done quads and a little bit of calves. What was missing there was the leg biceps, the hamstrings. Now I'm going to demonstrate side on first. You're going to need your bit of wall again. Now you're going to stand nice and upright, about a foot or a step away from the wall. And what you're going to do is you're going to place your heel of one leg against the wall. And then what you're going to do is you're going to try and kick backwards hard and hold it against the wall. So it's a static hold movement. Let me demonstrate actually on the wall. So heel against the wall, try and stay upright and literally pushing that hamstring. Really feel the hamstring tense as you try and drive that heel back through the wall. 30 seconds each side, okay? Interesting exercise, but you might feel the glutes engage a little bit as well, but most of it should really be hamstring. Are we ready? So get your heels against the wall, doesn't matter which leg you choose. Ready? And go. You've really got to push hard back against the wall without leaning forward. You should really feel the hamstring engaging while you're trying to do it. Come on, drive backwards with that heel. Keep going, it's 15 seconds. Good. Come on, keep going. Don't let the pressure off. And change leg. Come on, really drive that leg back. Trying to make my ugly face while I do this one. Not easy. Come on, keep driving that foot back. Really get those hamstrings firing. Come on. You should really be able to feel that very isolated movement. 10 seconds left. Come on, really force it back. And relax. Good. Oh yes, definitely feel that. You should feel a real tightness all the way down the hamstrings after doing an exercise. Good stuff. Right, so next we're going to focus on a bit of core stuff. So the 4 exercises we've done so far have been, well, maybe core as well, but last 2 were definitely legs mainly. You are going to need your mat for the first one of these 2. It's called either a body hollow or hollow body or a banana, and you'll kind of see why. So you're going to lay on your back, you're going to make yourself nice and long, hands above your head, feet out straight, and then you're going to make yourself, by lifting your feet off the ground and your shoulders off the ground, you're just going to hold that hollow body position, obviously pulling hard back in with the core. 45 seconds for this one. Now, as much as it helps to have to tilt your neck forward a little bit, try not to have your chin right on your chest because that adds a bit more strain to your neck. So try and make sure there's a bit of daylight between your chin and your chest if you can. But it does help to raise your chin up just a little bit. Are we ready? 45 seconds. And go. So again, as with all the others, try and control the shakes as much as possible. Try and pull that core in as tight as you can. And as with plank, if you can't do the whole 45, just relax off for a few seconds and then try and go again. If you get any niggles with your lower back, then just again relax your feet. Good stuff, keep it going. Make sure those shoulders are off the ground. 10 seconds, come on, nearly there. Hold on to it. And relax, good. Well done, nice one. Any static exercise like that where you've got your feet off the ground is really quite challenging on the lower back. So well done if you managed the whole 45, really good stuff. Now, this next one is also a cool movement. It's called a bear hold. So you're going to start on your hands and knees. Make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips, okay? Make sure you've got your toes planted into the floor, because what you're going to do is you're just going to lift by about 2 inches off the ground and hold, okay? Now, as we do the movement, and for those who want to be a little bit more advanced, perhaps worth having your feet a little bit further apart in order to do this, but get yourself in that strong position, and then you're going to do, without letting your hips drop or anything, try and do some shoulder taps without allowing your weight to transfer too much, okay? Again, I'll tell you when to do the shoulder taps. Whew, this is 60 seconds, this one. Are we ready? So get yourself on all fours first, don't raise up just yet. And remember, it's only going to be a couple of inches off the ground with those knees, and that's where you're going to keep them. Ready? And go. So just find that strong position first. Just hold on to it. Keep that core engaged, obviously, goes without saying, really. Really pull that belly button into the spine. Good stuff. Okay, for those who want to, let's start doing some shoulder taps. Try not to shift your weight or allow your weight to shift too much. And again, it's a nice, try and keep the knees as close to the floor as you can. It's controlled, not a fast movement. For those of you just holding the bear, that's absolutely fine. Come on, less than 10 seconds now. And relax. Well done, good stuff. Really good core movement that. Again, really hard when you're trying to do the shoulder taps. Instantly your shoulder wants to drop, your hips want to go all over the shop. Really, really good challenging exercise for the core. Have a quick drink. Now, the next one, similarly a bit of core movement, but it's also going to hit the lower back, the glutes, and the hamstrings of the supporting leg. We've done this one a few times in other CrunchFit sessions. So it's a single leg deadlift. So you can have your hands out, oops, he says, without falling over, hopefully. Try and make yourself as long as you possibly can, and just hold. And obviously we're going to change legs halfway, as you saw from my very bad demonstration. It's all about balance and control. So try and, that's why having your hands out to the side actually is a little bit more helpful. It helps to regulate where you are. If you want to make it a bit harder, for those who are a bit more advanced, you can actually have your hands way above your head, just to transfer the weight away from you. Okay? So we are going to change legs halfway, 60 seconds. So 30 seconds each leg. Are we ready? 2, 1, and go. A lot of it's about concentration. Again, try and keep that leg high behind you. Pull that core in hard as you can. So 5 seconds left, and change legs. And change legs, so come back up to the top. I'm going to add a few seconds on just to ready to change position. And try and make sure the foot's right out behind you rather than out to across the centre line behind you. Oh, you're not crossing over the body effectively. Try and get it back nice and flat. Last few seconds. And relax, well done. Good. Certainly feel the hamstrings engaging doing that particular exercise. And it's worth remembering when you do that exercise whether one side feels more strong than the other, i.e. you've got more balance on one side than the other. So that's a bit of a telling sign as to where you might again need to do a bit of extra work. Okay, next one is either tabletop or reverse plank. 45 seconds either way. So tabletop is, for both exercises, you're going to be on your hands effectively. Now tabletop is where you're going to lift up, bring your hips up nice and high, and just hold. That's tabletop. Or reverse plank is where you just drop the feet down, straight leg, same movement, just slightly more challenging because you've got your legs extended. Entirely up to you which one you're going to do. For those of you who are really advanced, if you want to, you can do a bit of leg raising either with tabletop or with the reverse plank, it's up to you. Most important thing is to keep the hips high. Keep checking your body line so whether your hips are as high as you can possibly get them. And don't forget, firing those glutes is really where most of the action is going to be on this exercise. Are we ready? 45 seconds and go. So up on the hands then, really find that good body position, hips nice and high. Switch off the hamstrings. I know it sounds a bit daft, but it's the glutes and the lower back doing all the work with this exercise. Keep the neck nice and neutral, looking up at the sky effectively. Again, keep checking that body line. Good, come on. Control those wobbles. Let's just check the watch. Less than 10 seconds now. And relax. Good. Well done. So we're going to be on the floor again. A bit more planking. So we've done normal plank, we've done reverse plank now, or tabletop. Now we're going to do some side plank. Now, difference being here, that you're going to be on your hand again, not your elbow. So I'll show you what I mean. So, nice long body, hips forward, and that's, you know, have your hand up in the air if you like, because it helps keep that shoulder back, top shoulder. And we're just going to hold, make sure the body line's nice and straight. Pull this in, but don't tilt backwards with the hips. Are we ready? 30 seconds each side. Again, I'll allow a few seconds for you to change sides. Ready. And go. Okay, check your body line then. Make sure it's nice and straight and strong. Hand up in the air if you want to. Just hold it, pull that core right in. Waist as narrow as you can. Don't allow those hips to drop or tilt backwards. Okay, change sides. Quick as you can into that strong position, good stuff. And the core's being challenged quite nicely on the previous exercises, so probably a few shakes starting to develop. Try and control them as much as you can. And relax, well done. Good stuff. Now, this next one is also a plank exercise, but it's very much going to challenge not just the core, it's going to challenge your triceps, chest, and your front delts as well. And because it's quite a challenging movement, don't be shy of just dropping for a few seconds if you need to really control the shakes or the wobbles. It's all about trying to stay as static as you possibly can. Now, you're going to start in a press up position effectively. Nice straight body line. You can do it on your knees as well if you want to. And you're going to come down and hold in that position there. That's all you're going to do for 45 seconds. So do your very best. It's going to feel like a long time. I say, don't be a hero if you're rocking and rolling all over the shot, your back's dipping or anything like that. Excellent technique is the most important thing. So keep that nice straight body line while keeping a nice low position. 45 seconds in. Are we ready? Let's low plank. So nice static hold. This is where I'm really pleased I went to the gym yesterday and did a lot of chest stuff. Good. Hold on to it, people. Don't forget to keep that core nicely engaged. 15 seconds left. Come on, you got this. 5. Come on, nearly there. And relax. Wow, that was a good one. Definitely felt the shakes on that one. If you did the whole 45, that is a lot of upper body strength right there. So really, really well done. That's not easy. Good stuff. So, next couple are glute related. So I know the reverse plank was a bit more glute related. These ones are very specifically isolated towards glutes. The next two are. So first one is glute bridge. We've done this one loads of times as part of the circuits that we do. So slight difference is that I want you to lay on your back, I want you to put your toes in the air first, okay? So you've got your heels down, toes in the air, then come up into the bridge. You've got to try and switch these things off, the hamstrings, and really just work from the glutes. That's the static hold. If you want to, you can do a little bit of leg raising. And then back down, but when you bring your foot back down, you must have your toe still in the air, okay? Now, if you do the leg raising, please make sure that hip doesn't drop. That's the whole point of trying to keep the hips nice and level. 60 seconds again, 30 seconds each leg if you're going to keep swapping or whatever. But we are going to hold for 60 seconds. Are we ready? You're going to need to keep checking your own body line. And let's go. So again, hips as high as you can get them without overarching that spine. You really feel those glutes kicking in. Keep the toes nice and high as well. Again, really pull that waist in, engage the core as much as you can. Good, come on, hold on to it. You're over halfway. Come on, let's work against gravity. Strong as you can make it, come on, strong bridge. Imagine if I was trying to rock and roll you, you're working against me and I can't move you. That's how strong you feel. Less than 10 seconds, come on. Nearly there. And relax, well done. Good. Very much felt the glutes on that one. Now this next exercise is also glutes. And for those of you who are out there, or who are out there as runners, is a very, very important exercise to try and do on a regular basis. So the glutes are actually made up of 3 different muscles: maximus, medius and minimus. And actually this exercise is going to hit the medius. Now, I'll demonstrate, you need your wall space again. I'll demonstrate facing your camera so you can see what I mean. You're going to stand side onto the wall. You're going to lean your knee against the wall, and actually almost you're going to need to lean or tilt yourself a little bit towards the wall with your body weight, because what you're going to do is you're going to press this knee as hard as you can into the wall. So really working the medium glutes or medius glutes here. So I'll show you what I mean. So stand next to the wall, knee against the wall, lean into the wall, then really push with that knee until you feel that glute really engage. And again, a bit like the one with the leg bicep, it's just a static, really aggressive push into the wall with that leg. Might look a bit odd, might feel like it's not doing too much, but I promise you, you should be able to feel it right across the middle of the glutes there. So pick a side, 30 seconds each side again. So we're going to lean into the wall very slightly, put your knee against the wall first, and go. So I really want you to work that knee as if you're trying to drive it into the wall. Want to work against gravity. You don't let yourself get pushed away from the wall with your body weight. Come on, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. So you haven't got bony knees and you're hurting your knee on the wall. Come on, keep working that glute. I can really feel mine working. Last couple of seconds on this leg. Change side. Quickly change over. Straight into it then. Come on, really work that knee into the wall. Good. Keep the tension on the whole time. It's all about time under tension. Less than 10 seconds, people. Come on. Really drive it into that wall. And relax. Good. Now hopefully you felt it around about this area, around here. Absolutely spot on from my point of view. Good. So 2 nice little glute exercises back to back there. So We've got 4 more to go. All pretty much, well, most of them involving core, as you would expect. Now, you are going to need your mats again for the first one. This one, it's a bit similar to the banana hold or the hollow body we did earlier on, but we're just going to have our feet off the ground. Okay, so head back on the mat to start with. So as your feet come off the ground, measure about 6 inches from the heels to the floor. Again, pull this in nice and tight. You can bring your chest, sorry, your chin forward towards your chest, but not right on your chest, and just hold. Okay. And again, if you feel any twinges in your lower back at all, any shooting pains or anything, just put your feet down, rest for a few seconds, and wait for us to finish. Are we ready? 45 seconds this one. Oh, actually no, 60 seconds. Whoa, this is going to be a challenge. So, are we ready? Go. So 60 seconds. Really try and make sure you can almost feel your lower back touching the mat or the floor, just to make sure you're getting a good amount of backward pressure from your abs to keep your spine nice and neutral. Don't forget to breathe. Sounds a bit daft, but it's one of the first things to go. That's halfway. Come on, hold on to it if you can. Doesn't matter if you can't do the whole 60, just relax for a few seconds and then back up for a few more. Can't really hold on to it. Pull that core in. 15 to go. Nearly there. All these exercises are fantastic for helping with posture. Really strengthening the deep core muscles. 5 seconds to go. Come on, hold on to it. Last couple. And relax. Well done. Brilliant. If you manage to hold the whole minute, again, very well done. Tough exercise that. Next one is boat hold. So having just mullered your lower abdomen and back in doing that exercise, now we're going to do a boat hold. Now, 2 versions of this. You can either have chest high on both versions with your knees bent like this, or have your legs out straight. Either way, try and make sure you've got your chest nice and high, keeping that lower back nice and forward. 45 seconds we're going to try and hold on to this one for. Definitely give me a challenge after the feet 6 inches off the ground. Are we ready? 2, 1, and go. Whoop, he said falling over. You can have your hands on the mat by your hips or on the floor in front of your hips if you want to, just for a bit more stability. If it's too much, you can actually have your hands behind your knees, trying to give yourself a bit more support if you want it or need it, as long as you don't take all the weight. If you're doing a straight leg version, try and get your toes above eye level, or at least to eye level. Come on, 10 seconds left, nearly there. Last couple. And relax, good. Well done. 2 more to go. So we're going to go back to good old bear hold. So this is where we're on all fours. But rather than do shoulder taps, which is what we were doing before, we're actually going to do a leg raise. I'll show you what I mean. So again, we're going to get into that bear hold position, but we're going to put one leg out. I'm just going to do some leg raising, not for the whole time, but just for a few seconds on each side. Okay, so again, if just doing the bear hold was enough for you, just do that again, that's absolutely fine. It's going to be 60 seconds again, and I'll let you know when we can do the leg raising or when we're just going to do a hold. Are we ready? So assume the position then. 2, 1, and go. Okay, so for those who want to, leg out then, Let's do some, try and keep the other knee only a couple of inches off the ground. Nice straight leg, glute raises. Gently up and down. Okay, back to bear. Hold, hold, hold. Core engaged all the time. Okay, other leg out if you're doing leg raise. Okay, back to the bear. Oh, less than 10 seconds now. And relax. Good. Well done. Very nice. So one more, and we've done 16 different exercises. This one is static to a certain point. We're going to do some side lunges. So quite wide with your feet. Then you're going to transfer weight and hold, and then over to the other side. And I'll keep telling you when to switch sides. Okay, but make sure you start with a nice wide stance. Again, 60 seconds, 30 seconds. We're going to alternate between sides. Ready? And go. So hips forward, then chest nice and high. Just hold, hold, hold. Okay, change side. Do 2 lots of 15 seconds on each side. Again, keep that chest nice and high. Ready, change side. Good. Control, control. And change side again. Check that body position, hips forward, chest high. 5 seconds. And relax. Well done, good stuff. Very nice indeed. Okay, drink. Now that, my friends, is just a nice little variation on what we normally do. So hopefully it's given you some ideas to take home as well, or do at home. Really, really good exercises just to hit those really deep skeletal muscles, particularly around in and around the spine area, the pelvic area, to help with that posture as much as possible. Okay, so we'll do a few warm down stretches, or cool down stretches rather. Obviously focusing on the areas that we've hit most, so definitely glutes, hamstrings, and the core area, and then we'll call it a day there. So we'll do a calf stretch first. So go back to your wall space. We're going to take a step away from the wall, keeping the back leg nice and straight, keeping the heel down, and you're going to press the hips forward to get a nice calf stretch. Are we ready? So nice step away from the wall, hands against the wall, and then just tilt those hips forward, keeping the heel down. Change leg. Make sure the toes are pointing forward as towards the wall. Get the best benefit of the stretch. Okay, shake it out. This time, we've done this one recently, we're going to take a step towards the wall. So toe right up against the wall, hands against the wall again, and we're going to press our hips forward. So again, you're getting another nice stretch on the calf of the foot that's up against the wall. Hopefully you're not ruining your decorations at home. Okay, change leg. It's good exercise for knowing whether you've actually got one ankle more flexible than the other actually. Because if you can get closer to the wall with a straight leg, with one leg rather than the other, then actually you know you've got some ankle mobility issues. So again, shake it off. Okay, let's get on our mats. Let's do some classic glute stretches. Okay, so feet flat on the floor, knees bent, one ankle across the knee. Again, we've done this one quite a few times. Keep the core nicely engaged. Leg off the floor, grab behind the knee, and try and keep the bent leg out to the side as far as you possibly can. Keep the knee out, way out to the side. Really helps to accentuate the glute stretch. Really just pull towards you till you feel that glute engage. Okay, change leg. Okay, push the knee out to the side, grab behind the knee and pull. Good stuff. Okay, shake it out. Okay, sitting up then, adductor stretch, pull those feet together in front of you, heels towards your pelvis. Sitting nice and tall. Apply a bit of pressure onto your elbows with your, onto your knees with your elbows. Okay, good. Take it out. Now we've got a lot of core stuff, so we're going to do some spinal rolls here. So you're going to roll yourself up into a ball, grab your ankles, and just going to roll forward and backwards, just to ease off the spine. It's half a dozen or so. I'm not going up onto the neck, just stop at the base of the neck. That's good stuff. Okay, so stay on your mat. Hands out to the side in a crucifix position. Keep your knees bent and just roll the knees over to the side. Shoulders on the ground. Really try and get those knees right over to the floor if you possibly can. Other side. Lots of cracking and crunching going on. Good, so on our feet then. So this next one's going to be a combination of hamstrings and glute stretch. So we're going to cross our feet over. Again, we have done this one a few times previously. And we're just going to bend forward into a touching toes kind of position. So just till you feel or when you feel the stretch on the hamstrings and the glute, just hold. Apply a little bit of backward pressure with the front knee onto the leg behind, just to accentuate the stretch. Okay, relax, come up, change over, and down into the stretch. Come up, good stuff. And to finish off, we'll just do some lovely trunk twists. Okay, very well done everybody. Thank you so much again for coming out. Great core workout that one. And hopefully a nice bit of variety for you. See you next week.